Okay, we are live on Facebook. Let's get ready to rock and roll. Here we go, ready to rock and roll. CA Mastermind, week 3 in February. Our final mastermind of the month. Next week is implementation. I'm hungry for some sun, so apologize the sunlight that's going to be streaming in and out during this call. I'm trying to soak up as much as I can. Can everyone hear me okay? And you can see me. Okay, awesome. If you can, join by video. We're going to start with an exercise today. So grab a piece of paper and a pen. I'm going to set a timer on my phone here for 1 minute. 1 minute only. Everyone have your paper and pen? Raise your hand. Yes, you got your paper and pen. Okay, perfect. So for 1 minute, 60 seconds, write as fast as you can. And I want you to write down everything that you love about yourself. 1 minute, 60 seconds, starting now, go. Write down everything you love about yourself. Everything you can possibly think of, get creative, 60 seconds, don't stop writing. We're already 11 seconds in. Everything you love about yourself. 30 seconds to go. Everything you love about yourself. Feel free to do like quick bullet. That went by super fast. So I'm going to give you guys 2 minutes after all, because we only have 6 seconds left. So we're going to go to 2 minutes. Keep going. Everything you love about yourself in 2 minutes time. Got a minute left. Welcome, Ange. We have a minute left of a 2-minute exercise where we're write down everything you love about yourself. Everything you can think of that you love about yourself. Make yourself a list of bullet points. We've got 30 seconds left, so you've got some catching up to do, Ange. $20 seconds. Skip to bullet points as fast as you can. Everything you love about yourself. 20 more seconds. Four, 3, 2, 1. Put your pens down. 2 minutes. Awesome. Oh, nice. We had a pen drop. Okay, great. Show of hands. Who got a nice little list going? Did anyone get stuck in 2 minutes? Was there a time there in the 2-minute section where you kind of got stuck and had to think about it? Whoa. Okay. Did anyone feel like they needed more time? Like you were writing and writing and writing, needed more time? Oh, man, somebody's dropping off. We have like, where'd she go? Okay. Okay, cool. So I wanted to do that exercise. It's one of the exercises I got to do this past weekend at the 10X event. And I wanted to do it with you guys for 2 reasons. One, just to build awareness within yourself. I know that you guys know like the number one thing that people struggle with is feeling like they're not good enough. And so just to build awareness to say like, hey, 2 minutes, 60 seconds twice, I got stuck. Like, what does that really say about the way that I feel about myself and the value that I have about myself? And how can I build that? Like, let me take this list, even if it only has 1 thing or 3 things on it. Let me take this list and really build it into my psyche, build it into who I am. Like, let me take time to actually dwell on those things. Like, think about how much time we spend in our lives. Can you guys still hear me? Thumbs up. Yes, perfect. Locking the door. Think about how much time we spend in our lives on our bodies, right? Feeding our bodies. Well, even if you're not someone that works out, right? Working out would be a huge way. the food you eat. We all eat food. Would you guys agree? Show of hands. We all drink water. So think about how much time you spend like just nourishing your body and keeping your body alive. Now, how much time are you really spending on your mind, on your growth, on your confidence? How much time do you spend per day? How much time do you spend per week dedicated to building your confidence in who you are and building your love in yourself? And I can tell you it's directly related to how difficult those 2 minutes were for you. If you paused a lot or got stuck or got stopped, had to think about it, chances are you don't have that in your daily routine where you're actually thinking about the things that you really love and appreciate about yourselves. If you were like still rocking and rolling, you have places in your routine to really work on that. So the value that you give yourself is the value that the world will give you. The value that you give yourself is the value that the world will give you. So how can we expect others to appreciate us and acknowledge us if we don't appreciate and acknowledge ourselves? Does that make sense? How can we expect others to love us if we don't know what we love about ourselves? If we get stuck at 30 seconds, right? How can we expect others to do that? So remember that the value that you give yourself is the value that the world gives you. And the same thing is true for chiropractic, right? The value that you guys as a team, the collaborative value that you have for chiropractic, for the adjustment, is the value that the world will give you. That's why I have some chiropractors that charge $20, right? And I have some chiropractors that charge $150 for an adjustment, and everywhere in between. And guess what? The ones that charge $20, they get $20. The ones that charge $150, people pay $150. So see how it's really just directly related to what you value inside. Okay, so how to have double-digit patients weekly. Before we jump in, let's hear some wins. Who's implemented from the last 2 calls and had some wins? Like, who's working on your event? Raise your hand if you've booked or you have on schedule dinner with the doctors or lunch and learns. Show of hands. We got 1 yes, 2 yeses, 1 maybe. Okay, perfect. Raise your hand if you are already making it better from what you learned last week and you're implementing things. Beautiful. Yay. Oh, good. So share with me, guys. Take yourselves off mute. What wins are you celebrating this week?
I'll go first.
Awesome.
All right. So I took heavy notes last week for the dinner with the docs and stuff, because we used to do that. And then 2020 happened. So they just kind of stopped doing this. So this is like our first dinner with the docs since then, right?
Yes.
So there's a lot of stuff that they have done in the past, but there is a lot more that like they didn't even think about, like the whole putting like the gem on like the VIP like patients and stuff like that. It's like,
yes.
oh, we could totally do that. That sounds very interesting. Let's try that, right?
Yeah, because then
So,
then you don't have all your patients like clustered on one side and then all the new people clustered
exactly.
I love it.
So that like our wins is that we already got a bunch of people signed up for the dinner, and like this week is just like we're confirming, it's like, you're here, right? You're good. Awesome. You're gonna have a great time.
So excited for you guys. Beautiful. Okay, who else has a celebration this week? Let's hear from one more CA.
We just had our golf expo this weekend, and we got like 12 new patients signed up.
Yes.
Everything, and then we followed up by like 15 leads that I've already like emailed and gotten responses back from.
Yeah, awesome. Do you feel more confident in your follow-up and more certain that people are going to come in?
Yeah, and it was a lot easier. Like I didn't work any shifts with my doctors, and it was just like me, and I like didn't feel like as nervous to be around them. Like it was more like, okay, I don't have a choice. I have to just do it because like I'm the only one here and I can't like hide behind them because they're my doctors. So it was a lot easier to like be more confident without them.
I love that. High five. And I have heard that time and time again. I mean, people think it's crazy, and a lot of doctors are like, wait, what? I shouldn't be there? What? But a lot of times, like the teams, we just do so much better. Like, unleash us, let us go, take charge. We'll bring in the new patients, you treat them. So what's cool is every week you guys are learning communication skills here in this mastermind that you can use, like when you're out in the community or on the phone or with patients. So you'll just notice that things are flowing smoother, because everything that I do is to build your practice, right? Everything that I do is to build confidence and conviction in your delivery. So it's always there, which brings me to today's topic: how to have double-digit new patients weekly. And you're going to find that this is something that we're constantly working on. But today I wanted to get specific, get down to the nitty-gritty, give you specific bullet points, action steps to guarantee double-digit new patients. So those of you that are here live today, show of hands, who already has consistently double-digit new patients weekly? 10 or more new patients weekly. Show of hands. Okay, you're in the right place. Awesome. Okay, so even if like somebody on the rewatch, you're like, oh yeah, we always have 10, 12, use today's content to see how you can get to 20, 30. Like, let's keep it rolling. So there's 3 areas where any one of these, if you're really consistent, will guarantee you the double-digit new patients. So let's get really good at all 3. And then you're just like supercharged. Does that sound good? Who wants to know what they are? Ooh, tell me. Okay, cool. So the first one is internal referrals. The second one is social media marketing. And the third one is power partners. So we're going to break those down: internal referrals, social media marketing, power partners. And we're going to look at these in a way that we haven't looked at them before. So here's the thing. A commitment is something that we live. It's a lifestyle. A commitment is something that we live. It's a lifestyle. So when we go and we say, hey, I'm committed to double-digit new patients, you're living it. It's a lifestyle. It's a daily thing. It's happening. So that's what I want to encourage you guys with today. When you come to one of these groups or any other sort of coaching or growth thing, and you make a commitment, it's not a one-time thing. It's not we're going to have double-digit new patients for a couple weeks, and then we're going to forget about it and stop doing it, and our energy is going to die. No, it's a commitment. It's a lifestyle. And I think, like, wouldn't you guys agree that this generation in particular has kind of forgot what a commitment is? Like, the definition of a commitment. Definition of commitment is literally like a lifestyle. We commit to it, and it's happening no matter what. So excuse me, it was kind of gross, but I went to a seminar in Vegas last weekend, and the casino was so smoky that my lungs are still irritated, like just from being in smoke for 4 days. So that's why I sound weird. Okay, so thinking about that, like, are we really going to commit to this? Are we really certain, like, I'm going to go back to my team and I'm going to say, hey, we're doing double-digit new patients. This is how we're doing it. I'm going to take charge, and we're never going back. We are never going back to those shitty weeks with 1 new patient, 3 new patients. Oh my God, we have like 12 slots for new patients that aren't full. How much does that suck? Like, who feels like that lowers your energy when you see you have tons of extra room for new patients? Who feels like it kind of like even lowers your own personal confidence and it's draining? Yes, I feel like it's draining. Like, when we don't have those slots full. And who's seen your doctor feel more energized and more powerful when they're on a roll and all their new patient spots are full and they're going in and out? Like, who notices they're a different person? Yes, who wants more of that, doctor? I do. Okay, cool. So internal referrals, let's look at this. We need to have multiple opportunities for internal referrals. So have you guys heard of, I pulled up this definition just a minute ago for you. Let me see if I still have it. The law of urgency. The law of urgency, I'm going to read it to you. What is the principle of urgency? The principle of urgency relates to our fear of missing out. When something is urgent, people are more likely to act on it. This holds true even fit this holds true even fit his sense of urgency to, I honestly don't know what this sentence is trying to portray. I think it's a typo, but we've got the top part, right? The principle of urgency, it's related to the fear of missing out, and people will strike when it's hot. So like I had a friend that went to sell something at an event. He spoke, he presented, he sold something. He sold a bunch of them. He was selling like a $5,000 product, and he had, I think it was 5 people commit to it, but he didn't take payment. He didn't take payment from them. And so time went by, they committed, they had their date of getting the product and all of these things. And then more time went by, and slowly, guess what happened? One by one, every single one, except for one person, canceled their commitment and didn't follow through with their investment. That's because the information was fresh. They were excited. They were inspired. They knew that there was something that they needed in that moment, right? And then all the fears and the doubts and the naysayers kick in. So the same thing really happens for referrals. Like there are a few peak moments in your practice for patients where they would go shout from the rooftops about chiropractic. And then they go out in the world and there's their friends that aren't like chiropractic friendly and they sort of don't want to talk about it. It's like their secret life. So there's millions of things that happen. So I wanted to give you guys the 3 peak times where we're always, no matter what, going to ask for referrals. These are the whens. So one is testimonials, right? They give a testimonial, whether it be a recording, written, or they just say like, hey, my back feels a little better, or I don't feel sore. Or I had one guy tell me like, when I'm driving, my head is now touching the car seat. I haven't felt it touch the car seat for years. And now it is. So anything goes, any win is a testimonial. And that's when you're automatically going to ask for a referral. Raise your hand if you're so good at this, you do it every time. Raise your hand if you're like, oh, I could improve on that. Okay, cool, awesome. So how does this work? They share the win and you just simply, celebrate that with them. That's incredible. That's great. Who else do you know that needs this? Did you ever think you'd experience X, Y, and Z results from chiropractic? Did you ever think chiropractic would help with this symptom? Who do you know that has symptoms? Who do you know that has back pain? Who do you know that's not living their best life? Like, you are also using this opportunity to teach your patients that chiropractic is about living their best life, their strongest, healthiest life. So when I ask the question, who do you know that's not living their strongest, healthiest life? I'm also telling them that continuing to be a patient is going to help them live their healthiest, strongest life. So see, at the same time, we're getting a testimonial, we're building their conviction about becoming a lifetime patient, and we're getting a referral in one sentence. Who loves that? Is that efficiency or what? Yes. Okay. And then your re-exams. Your re-exams are always powerful. You've got to go right into getting testimonials. This is where I get lists and lists for people. How many people do you know? So this is where you're asking the question to get the list. How many people do you know that could benefit from chiropractic care? Give me a ballpark. What do you think? How many people do you know that, here's another one. How many people do you know that aren't under chiropractic care? How many people do you know here in the community that live within 10 miles of the office here that aren't under chiropractic care? 3, 12, give me a number. They give you the number, I'd be like, great, write down their names. Here's a piece of paper. Let's help them. Let's team up and change their lives. You and I are going to change their lives. So really take an active part in this and have them write down those lists, and then you follow up. You guys know how to do that. We've spent tons of time on following up and internal referrals. We're going to spend more on it later in the year. So I won't go much further in that because I know you know what to do. Now, the third one is the new patient experience. And a lot of people forget the power of referrals within the new patient experience. Because once they've had this experience, they're in peak state, peak commitment state. So as soon as they commit, whatever the big commitment is, if it's like a financial night, prepay, a workshop, whatever the big commitment is, when they're committed to be a patient in your office, I'm always going to get a list of referrals from them at that time. Who do you know? Now that you are going to become stronger and healthier every day because of your care here, don't you want that for your family too? Can't leave them behind. Great. When do you want to bring in your kids? When do you want to bring in your spouse? Who do you know? So you're always in the new patient experience, they're in that peak excitement. Strike when it's hot, the law of immediacy, that you're going to get them in. Does that make sense? Those 3 times. Now let's talk about the how. So you've got the 3 whens. Let's talk about the how. And I have 3 for you on this one too. 1, do you have weekly referral targets? So when you meet with your team weekly, do you set a referral target? What is this? This is where every single week we say, okay, we're going to get 12 patients this week to refer. Are you doing that weekly? Are you sticking to it? Are you committing to it so that it's a lifestyle? Not just one week, not just when we're focused on internal referrals, but all the time, all the effing time. Are we obsessed with this? Obsessed with making people healthier? Then the second one is themed referrals. I would never go a day without a referral theme. So people typically do these by month. So like when the month where Veterans Day falls, you focus on Veterans Day, Valentine's love, you're focusing on who you love, your significant other, summer, you're focusing on kids. So do you have your referral theme set out for the year where every month you're focused on one specific type of clientele that fits into your target of clientele? So you got your referral themes. The last one is your invites. You need to have like printed invitations of something. And I really don't care what it is, but this is for everybody. And it's also going to include when they give you this person hates chiropractic, or they're scared, or they had a bad experience, or I'm not sure, I'm nervous to talk to them. Any type of objection, this is when you're going to give the invite. So maximize the opportunities you already have. Chris has been dedicated to becoming an office tour ninja. So now what he could do is he could create an invite to come get an office tour. Like, come get an office tour and we're going to give you a free gift that's worth $200 just for a 10-minute tour. Give us 10 minutes of your time. We're going to give you a gift. So make it like a formal invitation. Heck, do an invite, have a tour afternoon where people come in and you give a group tour, and then you give them a free gift where they get, credit to all of the services you offer and maybe your power partner services. So who here gives an office tour? All of us, right? So I don't want to hear like, oh, we don't do workshops, or we don't do this or that. We can't have invitations. Make something up. Like, seriously, give an invitation for anything. Right? If you have workshops, you have invitations for the workshops. If you have your upcoming event, 2 of you have upcoming dinner with the doctor events, you have your invites for those. And you're sprinkling them like confetti. You're giving them to everyone, tasking patients with, can I count on you to give these to the 5 people you care about most this week? Here are these invites. What are their names? I'm writing their names on top. So physical invites. Okay. Social media marketing. And before we get into point number 2, any questions, thoughts, things you want to add that you do for internal referrals? Don't all answer at once. No? Okay. Oh, yes. Deanna has a question or a comment, something you do.
Well, we do have our health certificates that we give out. So we have like a discount for referrals. I was wondering, where did I my question?
Health certificates.
Oh, you would put the expiration date and the name, like would you put a slot there for that?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you could put a slot or you can just handwrite it on with a Sharpie or something.
Okay.
But the best would be like if you do have a slot for it, and then just for printing purposes, you know, then you can print like 1,000. Like if you have an evergreen flyer invite, same thing even for your workshop, you know, or your tour thing, then you can put the expiration, you can put the name of the person. People have like the golden tickets, you know, so those would be really cool too, to do the tour thing. You know, that's the gift that they get. Like they need to take action they need to do something to get this. You know what I mean? They need to like show that they want it, you know, so it's come in, you know, your loved one can come in with you in your next appointment. I give them a tour. And if they get a tour, then we give them a free gift that's worth $100, you know, bring them in. When do you want to bring them in? So can you see how with that, that immediacy you're creating, more people are going to book, like they're going to be more high quality. Can you see how if they come into your office versus they just get this random certificate from a friend, they're more likely to book their appointment? Like who agrees? Like that's a no-brainer, right? Very cool. Any other questions? No? Okay, so social media marketing. I also have 3 for you on this one. So the first one is have an ad guy. And I've got 2 of the best. Like I've done a lot of research on this. There's a lot of really not qualified people running ads out there. And a lot of horror stories of chiropractors hiring an ad guy and they don't get results. So I have 2 that are like extraordinary, top of the line. So if you want that, or your office gets to the point where you're like, okay, we're ready to run some ads, I will hook you up. So reach out to me first, please, because there are some scammers out there. So let me help connect you to the right ad guy. Now, okay. The second thing is in your social media, always have a call to action of some kind. Even if the call to action is drink more water this week. But don't be shy to make your call to action in all of your posts. You know, if you're posting on Instagram, make the call to action, you know, see gift in Linktree, or, you know, book your new patient today in Linktree. Make sure every post has call to action. So like Chiro Health Spa, for instance, you guys do tons of educational videos on Instagram. You, anyone else, check out each other's offices that are killing it online. But do they have like a strict call to action? You know, not just in the video, but in the caption. Do people know what to do next? If they're like, man, I've been watching these, or I've just been scrolling through and this doctor knows everything. I love all these topics. I've never watched a video, but this doctor knows everything. Is it really easy for them to get from your post to booking an appointment? So I want you to think about this now. If you need to pull up your Instagram or Facebook on your phone, go for it and count, or you can do it in your head. How many steps does a patient have from seeing your post to booking an appointment? And how hard is that process? Have you made it easy for them? Or are they going to have to really dig around? Like, are they going to have to hand type in the browser the name of your office and hopefully click the right one? Or do you have a clickable thing there for them? So start to think about that. Are you accessible on social media? Some of us just need to start posting on social media, right? But are you accessible? How many steps are there from seeing the post to getting in? Did you make it easy? And is there a call to action? So the third thing is videos. Your videos on social media. So if you're like, we need to up our game, we haven't done much, do videos. Find offices that do videos that are really good at it. Chiro Health Spa in Ramsey, New Jersey, they're great at it. Lockport Chiropractic in Lockport, Illinois, they're great at it. So check out like these guys' Instagrams. Who else knows what? Who else feels like we're really good at videos? Should we look at your office? Okay, cool. So if you're in the group and you have, go ahead and put in the comments. This is live on Facebook right now too. So you guys here live can do it also. Put in the comments on Facebook your Instagram handle or your Facebook handle or YouTube, like whatever ones you guys use, put them in there just so we can like and follow each other and then also get ideas from each other. I think that'll be really helpful. So for videos, there's two main kinds of videos we want to be consistent about and committed to. And the first one is going to be videos of your doctor presenting something that adds value to the community. They could be 30 seconds, you know, health tip of the day, fun fact Friday. Like they can be really quick. If your doctor doesn't like being filmed, make them like really quick, like 2 sentences. They could be long and educational. But those are going to be one video category that's really powerful is your doctor presenting something as an expert. And then the second videos that's a given is your testimonials. You guys are great at collecting those. So your testimonial videos. And what's cool about this is you can cycle them through. So like for instance, even for this team coaching, I have a year's worth of testimonial content. And I actually have a schedule for this. So like if I were to bring you in my Google Drive, we have scheduled out all the testimonials for 1 year that we're going to post every one a week. You'll see we post 1 week. And when we get new ones, we'll push those in front and then the other ones shift down. Then what's really cool, then you put it at the end of the list. So basically once a year, eventually once every 2 years or once every 3 years, as my testimonial bank grows, you're gonna see a video again. So like if you've given a testimonial video for me, I posted it right when you gave it to me, and then I put it in the queue. So then you'll see it in a year's time or 2 years time. So I'm always feeding this, right? We're committed to one testimonial a week, no matter what. So we're always feeding that. So do you have that? Like, are you organized with your social media? Do you also have that for your doctor content or your office content? You can repurpose and reuse these things lots of times. And then you're adding to it. So eventually you just have hundreds. Okay, so everybody stand up, shake your bodies out, read your list, quickly read your list of the things you love about yourself. Read it out loud if you want. The value you give yourself is the value that others will give you. Yes, awesome. Now the last one, I have a lot of notes on this, so I'm actually going to read straight from my notes, is power partners. Feel free to stay standing, sit however you're comfortable. So one of the biggest things about this age that we're going in, would you guys agree the world is changing? Like the world is changing. It's changed a lot. We are living in a different time. And technology is so advanced and moving so quickly. We are moving into a time where being the best at what you do is not good enough. Being the best at what you do is not good enough. Being the best chiropractic office in your community is not good enough. We're going to see more and more doors close. So what do we need to do in this time, these ages? It's collaborate or die. Collaborate or die. For business, for life, for everything that you do, we need a team. We need a team of people that have other services and other businesses that are collaborating with us to grow. Like that is the name of the game moving forward. So you look at like any great big business, what do they have? They have partners, lots of them that do different things or do their same thing, but they're branded differently. So we got to have our power partners. Who already has some power partners? Who's like, I think we do, but I'm not quite sure exactly what power partners are. Yes. Okay, cool. So let me help here. So your power partners are going to be people that don't do exactly what you do, but refer to you and you refer to them. And you nurture these relationships. This is your family. You pour into these people because this is where your 1 becomes 100. This is where I make a partnership with the local acupuncturist, the local yoga teacher, whoever. They refer all their clientele to me, all 100 of them, and I refer all of mine to them. So this is the way with like one relationship, you grow the business exponentially. So I have people whose power partners are referring 10 people, 20 people a week into their office. So what if you had 5 of these? What if you had 5 power partners that are referring, let's just say 5 people a week into your office? How many is that? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 new patients a week with very little effort, just nurturing these relationships. So the best way to do this, one, is who do you already have rapport with? Who do your team members and your doctors already have rapport with? What patients could potentially be power partners? What friends of yours or family members could potentially be power partners? It could be a contractor for all I care, right? Right? And you're referring patients to this contractor. Now, I did put 3 categories that are most common and most profitable for you guys for chiropractic. So the first one is aesthetic. So have some, am I saying that right word correctly? Just making sure if you guys are paying attention. Okay. So have a handful of power partners that are all about aesthetics. So if you have a Medi Spa nearby, or who's done the aqua therapy where you get the IV, I still have a mark, I did mine on Sunday. You get an IV where they put hydration and vitamins in you. Who's done that? I feel like I saw it on one of your team. I mean, yeah, okay. Great power partner, like killer power partner, right? So, and a lot of times those same places are Medi Spa. They do like Botox, different types of injections. And even if you're like, oh, in my area, we don't really have that kind of thing, believe me, you do, right? Plastic surgeon, like anything that focuses on helping people look better. Because guess what? Chiropractic makes people look better. Would you guys agree? Chiropractic, when you remove subluxation in the body, you reverse the aging process in the body. Would you agree that we look way more attractive with extraordinary posture than slouched over, right? Have you ever seen a runway model with bad posture? And by the way, these one-liners I'm giving you is how you're going to make those power partner relationships. Why is this important, for your clients? Why would this add value to your clients? Have you ever seen a runway model with bad posture? Subluxation is the #1 cause of disease and aging in the body. So the type of chiropractic that we offer in our office, it reverses the aging process in the body. So what if your patients not only looked better, but they also felt better? We're going to help their body internally feel better. That's going to increase their confidence, their income, their ability to invest more with you in their external body. Very cool, right? Then the second category is the given one that you're probably all already doing, and that's wellness. So anybody focused on wellness, alternative medication, it could be someone that's really into essential oils and killing it. Like, find the winners, by the way. Please don't use like this shitty, my cousin thinks that they sell essential oils because they signed up for this pyramid scheme thing and they've sold to one family member. No, find the winners, like find the #1 essential oil person in your community, right? The winners win and winners stick with other winners. So I want someone that's the best at what they do. Not trying it out. Oh, I feel sorry for Uncle Joe, so let's have him as a power partner. That's not a power partner. That's a pity partner. So your power partners are the best at what they do. Find the best yoga instructor in your community, the best personal trainer, the best athlete. Okay, now the last one is your more Western medicine, your MD type power partners. And this one's really important, and a lot of people get nervous because they're like, oh, that's so on the other spectrum, we don't refer to them. So like, for instance, PCH Chiropractic has a pediatrician's office right next door. who is actually already pretty aligned with what they're doing. Dr. Bob Sears, by the way, who's done some of the greatest research in VAX topic type things. I don't want my Zoom to get pulled from Facebook, so I'm speaking in code. Okay, so he had some really good books, like RVAX Safe. Highly recommend reading it. So that's an ideal power partner. Like, are all of his patients, all those children coming in every day, are they patients at your office? If not, what up? Like, are you sending people to him all the time? Are all your patients with kids patients at his office? I'm pretty sure, because I live 6 hours away and your doctors referred me there and I bring my daughter there. So I'm pretty sure they're referring patients in like rock stars. So have a couple MDs in your back pocket that specialize in things you don't. Some of the best power partners I've seen, get this, are other chiropractic offices. We have this weird thing in chiropractic where we're like, oh, they're our competitor. No, they specialize in something different. If you don't treat extremities, find a chiropractor that does. Make a partnership with them and go back and forth. If you're a CVP office, find a network chiropractor that does a completely different style. Make a referral partnership back and forth where you can refer to each other. Does that make sense? Like, be friends with the local chiropractic office, be friends with the other CAs down the street. Make friendships with them, help them build their business. So don't be afraid to also get power partners within your field. You've got your DC, you got your MD, you've got your surgeon. Surgeons are great. Like, a lot of surgeons are not obsessed with cutting into patients. Like, a lot of surgeons look for alternative results for their patients. So to have a surgeon that you can work with and offer your services to patients either pre, post, or both surgery to help their bodies heal, those are extraordinary. Okay, I'm going to hit you with some bonus content because we have a couple more minutes. You guys ready for some bonus ones? Here's the bonus ones. Hold on. So, how am I going to frame this for you guys? The bonus content, your bonus power partners, are specific to your niche. They're specific to who you serve best. So I wrote down some examples. If you see a lot of PI cases, or you want to see more PI cases, attorneys, you're going to find the top 3 PI attorneys in your field, in your area, and you're going to reach out to them and make a power partner relationship with them. They love you guys. They freaking love chiropractors. Like, attorneys love that. They're going to help you, these PI attorneys. If that's your jam, it might not be, right? Family. We have a lot of people in this group who like family. Now, people automatically think like, oh, if I serve families, I'm gonna, really try to get some teachers as power partners. I'm gonna tell you right now, teachers are scared shitless. Like, their feet are over the fire about so many things. They're so overworked and stressed. That's not your best power partner. And people don't listen to them. Your best power partner are coaches, right? If you're family practice, get the coaches. The parents, the competitive parents, they listen to the coaches. If their kid's soccer coach tells them they should go to a chiropractor, you better believe they're going to have your first Monday morning appointment. Gymnastics, if they're doing gymnastics, ballet, like anything that requires a coach, I want to be power partners with the coaches if I want to see more kids. Does that make sense? Same thing if you want to see more athletes, adult athletes, same thing, coaches, right? That's a high quality. So find the best coaches, find the best athletic program for kids in every sport you can, every category. Like, we have a little gymnastics place, right? I want them to be my power partners. They'll send people to us like a bag of M&Ms or popcorn. Okay, and then we have, can't even read my own writing. Okay, family. So for this one, this would be like, there are quite a few offices actually in this group that really cater to, I was trying to think of the right word, and you guys can help me out. The best word I could think of was preppy, like the sort of preppy. Let me say affluent. That's probably a better word. So if you live in an area where there's like a lot of affluent people, or you kind of cater to having the Ritz-Carlton experience in your office and more affluent type clientele, like the young, the single, maybe you're not as into the families, where do they hang out? Who do they listen to? So the question to ask, what kind of patients do you want the most? And who do those people listen to? So every one of these were who those people listen to. So who do those people listen to? I'm going to get in with the country clubs, the golf instructors, right? Anything else where this type of clientele, where do they go? Who do they listen to? Those are going to be my para partners. Have people of influence. The last one, like we do have maybe like one team in here that really focuses on veterans. A lot of people are like, I don't want to touch that. But let's say you really love serving and helping veterans, or your doctor really loves that, and that's your heart. Are you going to the VA? Are you going to the veterans psychologist, the best psychologist for veterans in your area? Ask them. Are you involved in VA events? And then also another one that goes under wellness that's like a given is physical therapists. That's a match made in heaven. And a lot of people, even in the chiropractic industry, have resistance toward that or think of them as competitors, but they're not. You guys are offering a totally different thing. Let's get a couple of the best physical therapists in our back pocket where we're referring back and forth to each other. Does that sound good? Yes, questions, comments, anything you guys want to add?
I got one. Haley?
Go for it, Chris. I'm here.
All right. So another of those power partners, I was just thinking emergency services, your local police department, your firefighters, or your EMTs.
Love it. Yes, absolutely. Definitely. That's so good. I love the idea of doing a talk at like a police station or a sheriff's station, because those guys drive a lot and sit at desks a lot, right? They really need chiropractors. Like if you could give a talk there and close just a few of them, that's phenomenal, because they're also going to bring their families in. And like you make a good point, they're respected, right, in the community. So if your friend is a police, I'm just thinking about our local highway patrol officer who he's retired for years, but he's like one of my dad's best friends. And there's so many people in town that are like, whatever Greg says, like it's legit. If Greg says so, his name's Greg, So that could be a really good one. I love it. Firefighters, they're like, especially this time of year in the winter when there's no fires, there's 20 firefighters sitting like 80 feet away from you right now, probably watching the football game in their Cal Fire department right over there. So do you have a fire station that you could go give a health talk to or a gift to? I think that would be really, really powerful. What are they going to be more interested in? Likely performance, right? Performance. Those guys do some pretty crazy stuff, carry some really heavy SHIT. Some of them have been doing it for a long time. Okay, any other questions, comments, thoughts, feedback? Even non-related to this topic. Who's ready to double-digit new patients? Raise your hand if you got 10 or more new things that you can do, new value, 10 or more. Oh, yeah. Everybody except Hannah, but she's our process person, so she did raise her hand, just came out a little later. Very cool. Who's committed to this? Who's going to make it a lifestyle for yourself and your team members? Beautiful. I love it. Very cool. What other things in your personal life? I had one more exercise we're going to have to tag on to a future week about our personal lives. But get based off of what you learned today and the beginning exercise we did, what areas in your personal life are you ready to get committed to? Real commitment, making it a lifestyle, not a temporary thing. So what comes up for you in your personal life where you're like, wow, if I implemented systems like this in my personal life, I could really kill it in these areas? Who has one that popped up for you? Who's like, I gotta go get that vitamin IV pack thingy. Amazing, by the way. I recently got into them if you haven't done them yet. And a great partnership for chiropractic. Well, I'll just plant a seed for you guys here. Those that are looking to have more in-house power partners, or want more to generate more revenue in-house, start thinking about what that looks like for your office. And yes, as a CA, right? Because you guys really know, like, what do your patients need? What's going to help them get better results? Do we have a lot of patients that are overweight? Is that us? Is that our office? Okay, can they really get the best results from chiropractic if they're overweight and eating crap all day? Not really, right? Like, their results are going to be dimmed. So do you have a weight loss program? Do you have an M-Sculpt machine in your office where they can do what's equivalent to, I think, like 1,000 sit-ups in a 20-minute session? You know, do you have red light therapy? Do you have laser? These other things? And I really do feel that just this area that we're stepping into, this time of history, I do think that's what it's going to take, is bringing some other things in that are going to bring you revenue, whether that be partners that, you know, you refer to, or in-house things, services that you offer, or you have other businesses come in and offer services to really cross refer and just bring so much revenue stream. I have one office in a Newport Beach, and they brought in like this M-Sculpt machine, which is pretty cool, by the way. I can tell you more about that later. But they're generating like 3 times the amount of revenue that they get from their whole chiropractic practice just with this M-Sculpt machine. So what's happened that's really cool is it's taken a lot of pressure off the team and the doctor. And now they're like building the chiro side out of love. You know what I mean? Like, they're a lot more because they were in the survival mode before, but now they have the revenue stream that they need. And now they're able to keep plugging away, building the chiro side. And then also the whole idea to bringing in another product or service is cross referral within the department. So now everyone that comes in for this machine, you know, they run ads for that machine, people come in, then the person that assists them transfers them to chiro and they become a chiropractic patient. So it's just another way to feed that new patient bucket. Does that make sense? Who has other services in your office? Actually, please take yourselves off mute. Share with me every other service you have in your office, even if it's supplements, everything else you have other than chiropractic. Just rapid fire, share with me here. Yes.
Yeah, we have TRT, tissue regeneration treatment, is probably our main like other service. But then yeah, we have supplements. We also sell like some healthy food stuff, organic, or not quite organic, but grass-fed beef and other hemp products and things like that that our doctor and his wife actually grow and process. So those are the ones I think of right off the bat.
Beautiful, beautiful. So also you're looking at those things, like what ads are you running or what are you putting out online to bring people in for those things? And then what's the system of transfer from a patient that comes in for the tissue therapy to chiropractic? Like, you have to have a system of internal referral for these things to make sure and guarantee if someone's coming in to buy their grass-fed beef, they're becoming a patient, you know? So like, what's your system for that? Do you give them a tour? Do you offer them a gift? Do you know, like, what do? Do you invite them to an event? Very cool. And I know you guys have other stuff, right? You have a massage therapist. What else do you have?
The other side of the office, they do a soft wave therapy treatment. We do supplements, and then we just are launching our metabolic program with we partner with like Genova to do like urine samples and then do like internal testing on people.
Beautiful. I love it. Very good. And so then look at how many steps are there? What do we have to do to make sure? Like the other side of the office, are all of those people also chiro patients too? If not, what do we need to do? Do we need to talk to who's in charge over there and do some sort of a special and offer to them like, hey, this month only, everyone that we give a tour of our side to, we're going to give them a gift worth $100, you know, something along those lines. What's the transfer? Very cool. Deanna, I know you guys are pretty hardcore chiro, but I think you have other things. Do you have supplements? Do you have laser?
So we have supplements, and we also refer out our nutritionists that we have. So an acupuncturist. So we do a lot of referrals outside, but in the office we do have supplements, and the Dr. Catherine, she'll order like whatever the patients will need. She'll do a lot of research herself.
Right.
But we also offer lab testing. We do an organic acid test. So these patients can actually see exactly what they're lacking in their body, what they may need. So if they're not even sure, we'll see that, and then we'll get them whatever supplements they need.
This is so good. So you can leverage all of those things. Like there's people that will come in your doors for the organic acid test that wouldn't come in for chiropractic. There's people that will come in for supplements. Like I know that some of us were just offering these to patients to up their life, but are we maximizing it? Are we also bringing people in for that? Like Chiro Hospital, you guys have supplements too. How many people do you have walk in the door because they saw your post about the supplement and they just want to get your supplements? Is it rare? If
Rare.
it's rare, yeah. So let's hit that too. Like let's hit it hard, just like you're getting the word about chiropractic out there. Let's sell some supplements and then turn those into chiropractic patients, right? I think we don't think about those a lot. What other services do you guys have, Chiro Health Spa?
So we have the supplements. We obviously have chiro. We have our in-house acupuncturist. We also have massage therapy and the cold laser. Like that's a lot of things in there.
That's a lot of things. And their acupuncturist, guys, this is so cool. She's going to start offering microneedling. Which is cool. She already is. That's going to bring in a whole different clientele. You know, so let's not be afraid to make these partners, but of course, bring in the good ones. Like she's amazing. She's the best at what she does. You know, so bring in some winners. And you don't have to have, like, let's say I bring in a microneedling person, you know, to rent a backroom space twice a week or whatever, do her microneedling. She doesn't need to be a chiropractic expert to build our practice. You know, I literally give her like 5 one-liners to use with patients and then bonus her and everyone she refers to us in, you know, it's so easy. Very cool. Okay, we're out our time for today. Thanks for contributing. You guys all contributed a lot today to add massive value to each other. Keep it up. If you think of more, put it in the comments. And can't wait to see how you get this 10-digit or double-digit new patients. And share your wins. Like when you do, put it in the group. Be like, this is what I did. And we had double-digit new patients this week. This is what I did. We'll make it a lifestyle. Thank you. Mwah. Love and appreciate all of you. See you in March.